Welcome back. With us now are junior John Crain and senior Zach Heerspink. Guys, congratulations on a great season and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
John, we'll start with you. National champion in the 5,000 meters and second place in the 10,000. How does it feel? Has it even sunk in yet?
No, honestly, it really hasn't. You know, it's been a up and down ride. You know, after in the 10,000, that was so frustrating to finish second again after finishing second indoors with losing in a kick, and finishing second at Drake Relays, losing in a kick. And, you know, the 10,000 was, you know, you can't be upset with second, but it was so frustrating. I remember just sitting on the track being like, I can't believe this happened again. And to come back with that 5, that was, wow. That's all I can say.
Did you even think you'd have that kick at the end of the 5? Because I know going into the race, you said your legs weren't feeling too good.
Yeah, I mean, my legs were feeling really bad going in, but once, you know, it was once I got in there and started competing, it was, I started feeling better and better with each lap. And then with, you know, I didn't know I could kick that fast, and, you know, with a quarter left to go, I just gave it everything I had, and that's how it ended up playing out.
Zach, your legs must have been feeling pretty good in the high jump final. You come away with a second place finish. You came in seated well below that. So how did that feel, being able to get up there and get a trophy?
Yeah, I mean, I came in seated tied for 8th, and honestly, I was just hoping for a top 8 finish to finish out my career as an All-American, and second place was in the cards for the day, so it's a great way to go out.
And there was a point in that meet when you were on top right there. They said, you know, your leader, Zach Heerspink, I remembered over the loudspeaker. What's going through your head as an athlete when all of a sudden you're the guy to beat?
Honestly, I just wanted to stay calm, and I just took a little walk out to the middle of the field just to be ready for the next height and bring on the next one. So just not to get too excited about it yet.
And when you cleared that final height to move yourself into first, what was going through your head when you made it, and then what was going through your head as the other guys were going?
I was just so happy. I went over and hugged my coach, and I mean, I knew all the stats. I knew that I was in first place. I just wanted to stay calm about it and prepare for the next height. So it was a great feeling to tie my PR.
John, you guys showed a lot of preparation this year going into nationals. You're one of those juniors that'll be returning. How do you think that you know, this experience being a national champion will keep you hungry?
Well, I mean, you know, it's the double next year. You know, I want to, you know, that would be the ultimate goal. But I think, you know, in staying hungry, it's bringing other people with me. You know, there's nothing more I want than that team title. And you know, if me being at that level can help pull other guys up, I think that's what's gonna. I think that's going to be my main motivation next year, is, you know, getting after that team title.
And you guys showed that depth in the 10K. You had 3 other Cardinals alongside of you. Jordan Kramer in the 3,000 steeplechase. Really, the distance crew, the Cardinals, has stepped it up this year. How do you think that has carried over from, you know, a national championship cross country team?
In cross country, you know, we're a national powerhouse. You know, year after year, we're in there competing for national title. And I think, you know, this season, and even more, I believe next season, we're starting to believe that with a crowd, how we think in cross country, in track itself, and believing that, you know, we deserve to be in there, we deserve to be in that meet, and we, you know, we deserve to be on that top of that podium as well.
And Zach, you pulled double duty this weekend as well as John. You also did in the long jump as well as the high jump. How do you think, you know, doing multiple events really helped you build your confidence for the high jump the next day when you weren't able to make the long jump finals?
Yeah, I was telling the guys, I long jump for the team. I do it at conference because the team needs the points, and just getting there in long jump wasn't something I ever expected. It was just icing on the cake. How
have you been sort of helping the younger jumpers find their legs and find their strengths? Because unfortunately, you won't be here next year.
Yeah, I'm just trying to mentor them the best I can, you know, encourage good work ethic, and I think that they have a lot of talent, and if they work hard, they'll be there in the same place I was next year. So.
And John, obviously there's a lot of youth in the distance events. How do you think that first national championship experience will help them? And do you remember your first experience?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I had my first experience was my sophomore year at indoor nationals, and you know, just getting there, and you know, just it's that final, like a wake up call. Like, you know, you're a little bit nervous before, but once you race there, you're like, this is just another track meet. You know, I belong at this level to be with, you know, these other guys. And I think a guy like Roger Klein being in track nationals for the first time, Travis Morrison, you know, both of those guys coming back for next year, they know what the level they're at, and they know where they can be. So I mean, I think it's huge in terms of mentality, in terms of placing yourself where you need to be.
And knowing that this team has come away with hardware before, you guys have won indoor and outdoor national championships. Seeing those Wisconsin schools up on the podium, do you think that makes the team as a whole hungry to try and get back to the top?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, no one on our team likes losing, and having a competition only can make us better, you know, because that gives us something to strive for. And like Grammy was just talking about earlier, you know, we want to compete against the best. That's what we like. So I think you know, competing against them is the best thing for our team as a whole.
And Zach, obviously those Wisconsin schools were able to come away, but the team's got to be pleased with a 5th place trophy. I mean, you guys came in, you were seated about 7th, ranked 7th, I should say. So you guys really outperformed yourselves, it seems like.
Yeah, we competed well. I think that everyone on the team is still hungry because getting a trophy is so much better than missing it by 1 spot. So I hope all the guys next year regroup and rearm and get ready to bring it.
You know, what was going through the team's head when you guys looked up and you saw yourself after your performance? You guys shot into, I believe, 3rd in the team standings going into the final day. You guys knew that you had a chance. Were you guys basically looking at all the other events and trying to, you know, count on your fingers how close you were?
Yeah, there was a lot of math going on, and we just looked towards Johnny and just hoped that that would be enough, and it wasn't. But I mean, we all competed well, so we can't be disappointed with it.
Well, and you couldn't just look to John. I mean, they had to look to you that middle day because you were the one that really catapulted the Cardinals into contention for the trophy. Were you thinking about that at all as you were jumping, that I could really help my team here?
It was in my head, but really I was just so focused on making each height that the points didn't really come into my head until the very end when I realized, oh, 8 points is great for the team, and hopefully that shoots us up on the list. So
10 points was even better. John, did you know that there was a little bit of pressure on you to try and get your team onto the trophy stand going into the race?
I mean, I think that's honestly something, you know, that extra pressure is something I live on. So I think that really helped me finish the race. And then I found out afterwards that the Whitewater guy had scored actually enough points to put it out of reach for us. But I'm glad they didn't tell me the final score.
Well, you guys definitely handled the pressure greatly. Congratulations on a great season, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Coming up next, we'll check in with North Cenrtal College Sports Information Director Clark Tuscher and see what's going on with other Cardinal sports in action. Don't go away.